Hi everyone, welcome back to Earl Grey Books. I'm Ali. Today I'm here to start a vlog. The plan is for this to be the whole of February, but we'll see how much I talk and ramble. It may end up being half the month. I don't really know. We're gonna see. But today is actually the 31st of Jan. I thought I would start this today and that I would do my little thing here. So I think since maybe November I have been taking these books and at the start of every month been just removing all of them, spreading them out either on my kitchen table or on my couch on the floor or something, and just deciding what I have in that month that I really need to read or that I'd really like to, and stacking them here. If you're new here, this is my section of things that I'm currently reading or things that I want to be starting next. So it's looking a little bare at the moment, honestly, for me. I have put a bunch of things there over Jan, and I was just reading different things, so things weren't really moving from here and things were getting returned to the library and whatnot. But the first step for today's vlog is to rearrange what's here and to kind of basically decide what I will be reading in Feb. For the most part, there are a couple of books on my Kindle and one or two library books and a couple of things that are part of videos in the future, and we will go through and you'll see all that. So yeah, I will be back in a couple of days to actually talk to you about reading and what we're gonna do, what I'm gonna start the month off with. But for now, we're gonna jump in and redo this. Of days. It's now Sunday, the 5th of Feb. Honestly, last week I had a couple of days where I just wasn't feeling the greatest mentally, and a couple physically as well, to be quite honest. And then I was just working and had other stuff to do, and then it was the weekend, and now it's like 7:30 on a Sunday. So here we are. This is a fledge, kind of. And yeah, I honestly haven't even finished anything this month that I can tell you about, and I don't really have a whole lot that I've been doing. I just haven't had a lot of time to read, but I also don't know what I've been doing otherwise, other than working. Like, I know that I've done things. I know that I didn't just like sit around and waste like a week, but I don't actually know what I've done. So that's fun. But yeah, it's 7:30. I am going on Ko-Fi sprints for the Last Read book club in about half an hour. So I thought I would jump on here and let you know the two books that I've been reading, And yeah, in a couple of days I'll be back, and hopefully I will have either one or both of them finished. I did this whole thing, I started some of the books, and then I just was like, oh wow, I'm not in the mood for any of these this week. So I started these, well, one of them was back there, and that was Babel. It hit me on like Thursday that I would have to return this this coming week, and I panicked and started it. I think I read about 20 pages on Thursday, and then yesterday I sat down for for an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, and read the first 220 pages. So I just made it to book 3. We're, just under halfway, and yeah. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really loving it. I'm thinking right now it's probably going to be a 4.5, because it is very slow and nothing has really happened so far in terms of like what is the whole point of the story so far. But I think it's going to pick up in this sort of second half. There's a lot of setting up that needed to happen, and I'm really enjoying that. But yeah, I would like something to happen before the end. And yeah, it could possibly be a 5-star. We'll see what the second half holds. But I'm hoping to read a little bit of this tonight on sprints. But it is one that I feel like I have to focus on. So if I'm feeling too tired, I feel like I might just try and read like maybe 2 or 3 chapters of it and then put it down for the night. And then the other thing I'm reading is Grim Space by Anne Aguirre. So I kind of needed to pick this one up this month or next month anyway. Anne Aguirre is going to be at Rare, which at this point I've spoken about quite a few times. She's because she's a traditionally published author, she isn't doing a pre-order, so I do need to get her books before the event if I want to. So that's why I was trying this one. I bought this one secondhand last year after I'd learnt that she was going. And yeah, I am literally 35 pages in, but I'm also really, really enjoying this. I loved the first chapter. It just immediately grabbed me. So I'm hoping that I feel the same way about the rest of them. At this stage, I will definitely buy the rest of the series, but I have been burnt before doing that, so I'm going to finish it before I order any of them. And then I have one other series by her that I am going to try and see if I like it. And if I decide to order that, we'll see. So those are the 2 things that I have been reading this week. Like I said, hoping in a couple of days to have finished these. And yeah, that's that. I've got kind of a busy week this week. I am meeting my friend Sarah tomorrow for a little writing day. I'm so excited. Looking forward to this so much. So Sarah and I have been friends since high school. She's the only person from high school that I still talk to. We went through uni together, and she was really there for me when my mum passed away, and we just have a really good time. She really encouraged me to write when we were younger, and yeah, now every couple of months we try and do sort of a day of writing, and we will get Nutella crepes, and it'll be fun. I think I'm going to take some clips of that if I remember. And then Tuesday, Wednesday I have work, and Friday as well. And then on Thursday I have an appointment in the morning and I'm kind of excited about this one. As I feel like, as you probably know if you've been here for a while, I am a type 1 diabetic. I have been for 13-14 years now. It kind of blurs together and I can't remember, but I've had a pretty tough time with it, and I've finally this last week been working towards this for a year. I signed all of my paperwork to get an insulin pump, and it is getting closer and closer. This appointment isn't getting it, but it is preparing for it and talking through a couple of things, and then hopefully in a couple of weeks I will actually have it. And I'm really excited because I desperately need this, and I've been working really hard to get it, so it feels so good to be to be so close to it. I had almost given up, and I had some pretty shitty experiences with some health professionals, but we're seeing new people now. I'm almost there, and yeah, I'll talk more about that, I think probably in March. But there's that, and yeah, I think I will jump on Thursday afternoon because it is my only day off this week, really. So I will let you know if I finish either of those or if I finish anything else. Definitely getting towards crunch time with a couple of these books back there that have specific dates I need to read them by. So I do really need to get my ass into gear and do those. But since I don't have a lot of time to read at the moment, I do want to read these two that I'm excited about. But I'll catch you all on Thursday. Hopefully, yeah, with those finished, or maybe something else. Who knows? Hi, editing Ellie here. The clip that I had filmed here, I hadn't turned on my microphone, so you can hear me through the inbuilt microphone on my phone, but you also cannot hear me at all because it is shit. But basically, this was a 13-minute long clip in which I said that I finished Fable, I loved it, had a great time reading it, and yes, that was that. I read Earth's End by Elise Kova, and I absolutely hated it. This is the third book in the Air Awakened series, and it was terrible, and I gave it 2 stars. This was a reread for me, and I'm going to talk more about that in a minute. And then I also mentioned that I was reading more of Grimspace by Anna Guire, which I have mentioned earlier in this video. That happened. I mentioned that I was going to start Water's Wrath, but I don't think I actually did until the next clip. And I think that's it. I think that's the condensed TLDR version. So with that, we're going to jump back into other past Ellie. Cool. Okay, hello. It is now Tuesday. Happy Valentine's Day. Hope you had a lovely day. If you decided to do anything special, my partner and I honestly don't really do the whole Valentine's Day thing. This is only our second Valentine's Day together. And we're just gonna celebrate by going to see The Mousetrap in a couple of weeks, and we'll have a nice dinner. That's our Valentine's Day. We're gonna spend it with murder. So yeah, here I am to let you know what I've been reading. It hasn't been a lot. You will have seen my Goodreads vlog by now. So yeah, I fucked that up, and I had to read something else that I was not anticipating. So that took up, well, it mostly took up yesterday, but it did give me a good amount of stress, which we love. But since I spoke to you, I finished off Grimspace, by Anna Guire. Absolutely loved this. I think I'm going to go with a 4.5. Just really had a fun time reading this. And I have already ordered the rest of the series. I've gotten them all secondhand because it's a kind of old series. It's like 2006. So I couldn't find any reasonably priced copies apart from secondhand ones. So excited for those to turn up, hopefully in 2 to 3 weeks. And I think I'll probably start book 2 when it comes. But absolutely loved it. So much fun, so much fun. I'm not a sci-fi reader, but this was just, it had all the right vibes and I just had a really good time. So there's that. I started a little bit of Waters Wrath, and by a little bit I mean I literally read 6 pages and then was like, nope, I am too tired for this. I think I'm gonna spend a little bit of time today reading this. I also started Third Son's a Charm by Shauna Galen. I read 54 pages. I was just feeling like a historical romance and I wanted something that like wasn't part of a series that I've been reading. This is the first book in a different series and I've never read any Shauna Galen before. It has a review from Sabrina Jeffries on the front, who is my favourite historical romance author. Having a good time with it so far. I was kind of planning to finish this Sunday when I realised that I'd messed up my Goodreads log. So I will come back to this in the next few days. But I also kind of want to start A Strange Hymn because I'm in the mood for it and it's getting closer and closer to the end of the month, which is when I was originally planning to read this. And I also just feel like it's probably one that I could read in 2 to 3 days, if that. And I don't know. It would be nice to finish a couple of things. But I also kind of just want to read on my Kindle a bit. I have a couple more things I can mark off for Read My Kindle. But also trying to do some Babe preparations. Babe is a romance event I'm going to in June. And yes, I'm reading a couple of the authors. I had a huge list. I think I had about 90 authors that I wanted to read originally. So far I've ordered from one author and I've cut down to about 67 that I've either tried and been like, no, this isn't for me, or when I actually looked at their books I was like, this isn't the sort of thing that I like to read anyway. But I have a couple more people in here, so I've borrowed their books from KU, or if they didn't have anything on there, sometimes I've just sent myself like the samples that you can send on Amazon just so I can try them. And usually I can work out from the first few chapters if the writing style is going to be for me. That is a big thing for me in terms of reading things. If I don't like the author's writing style, I will probably not like the book. So yeah, we'll maybe try and do that. Today I have the day off. My Goodreads video is currently exporting and it's going to be about 2 hours, and then it has to upload because it has to go up overnight. So I basically means that I don't know how long it's going to take to upload, but I think a few hours. So I'm going to try and spend as much time like off my internet and away from my laptop as possible so that it can go as quick as it possibly can. So it seems like a good time to do a little bit of reading. And yeah, I have so many different options of things that I could read right now. So we will see what I feel like picking up. And yes, the rest of this week I think is going to be relatively busy. Yeah, I have a couple of things on this week, some doctor's appointments and work and stuff. So I think that I probably won't update you until like next Monday. And hopefully that will give me time to read a couple of things and all that. So I'll see you all then. Hey. Dun 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 dun. It is Wednesday the 22nd today. Don't remember when I updated you last, but I just finished filming my vlog for Meredith. I had the last clip to film, and I thought I would probably be a good idea to jump in and update this one. Haven't been reading a lot, because I've mostly been reading the things for Meredith's vlog that's already up. We'll link it below, blah 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 blah. Okay, let's just grab some things. Dun 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 dun. Okay. Oh, where's my Kindle? There we go. So since I last spoke to you, I did finish Water's Wrath by Elise Cover. This was better than the second. Gave it 3 stars. There was more of a plot to this one, more of a driven plot, but I'm just going to direct you to the video I did for Meredith, because I feel like that pretty much sums up how I feel about the series, and it was not great. And this was a reread, so that's nice. People change. So that's that. And I also, off my Kindle, read The Baker's Guide to Risky Rituals by Catherine Moon. Catherine Moon is going to be at Babe, yes, and just trying to decide which of her books I would like to order. Had a good time reading that one. It was a lot of fun. It's a relatively short, it's like a monster demon. It's like a demon romance and like witches, and it's kind of like an ensemble cast sort of thing. This is the first book in a series. I think I'm going to continue it, but I haven't entirely decided yet. More about that at a later stage. So I did that, and then we had Ko-Fi sprints on Sunday night. It was just the lovely Lana and I read some of Legendborn by Tracy Dion. I read I think 200, 300 pages of this a long time ago on a sprint, and then I put it down and I never picked it back up. And it was one that I didn't want to unhaul because I'd really enjoyed it, and I just kept telling myself I'd come back to it, and I decided to come back to it this week. I restarted it, and I've read the first 106 pages. I've talked about this so many times. This has got, I swear to God, the tiniest writing I've ever seen in a YA. It's so small. I feel like if it was, it's already it's almost a 500 page book. And I feel like had it been normal text, it easily would have been 700-800, which I imagine is probably why they've done that. Having a good time reading this again, and I'm hoping, we'll talk about hopes and dreams in a moment. And I also, on my Kindle, started A Kingdom of Stars and Shadows by Holly Renee, which has one of the most beautiful covers I have ever seen. It's stunning. Holly Renee is also going to be at Babe, and honestly what I've mostly been doing with these authors is reading a little bit of the first book in a series, or just a little bit of a standalone from them, depending on what they have on my Kindle through Kindle Unlimited, or a sample. if not available on there, and then kind of deciding from there whether I'm going to order or not. But this one, I did that, and I think I got to about 20%, and I was like, yeah, okay, I'm going to order this entire series, but I want to finish it now because I'm really, really enjoying it. So I'm already like 54% of the way through. It's about a 300-page book on here. So I'm hoping, basically the goal is today is to spend the rest of the morning. It's about 9:30, and yeah, spend the rest of the morning reading. I have one more video I need to film a thing for, hence these things back here, and then basically just gonna chill out and read. And then this afternoon I am doing some writing with Eli. We are writing a book together and it's a lot of fun. I hope one day that we'll be able to tell you all about it, but first of all we have to write more than the first chapter. So basically, yeah, this morning's goal is just to sit here and read and maybe try, well, I'm going to try and finish this off, and then I do want to try and read a little bit more of Legendborn. I think I'm going to try and take this kind of slow this time rather than reading so much of it in one go and then not finishing it. I think I'll probably try and read like, I don't know, 40-50 pages of this today and then move on to something else. And I do really need to start A Strange Hymn by Laura Thalassa, because I know most of the others in our little Bargainer buddy read chat have started this or have already finished it. Looking at you, Amy. And I should do that before I accidentally get spoiled by someone. So I will just start this, and I just saw the word cherub. Yeah, so I think I'll probably just start this, and honestly if I read like 20-25 pages, I'm happy with that. So that's kind of the goal for today, is just these ones, and then yeah, anything else that I may or may not read this morning or tonight. And then yeah, tomorrow morning I got a day of filming and editing ahead of me, so hoping that I can do a good amount of reading today. And for now, I will catch you all, I think, on Monday or Tuesday. That's the end of Feb, and I'll let you know what I finish up for the month. Right now I just have to finish 3 more books to be up to date with my reading goals. So like, if I could finish these 3 by the end of the month, that would be fantastic. But also I do have some smaller ones back there, so I feel like maybe I could push forward and finish some of those, and we'll see. But I'll speak to you all on Monday, Tuesday. Okay, hi everyone. It's the end of Feb. It's the 28th. Yeah, so I went to work this morning and was feeling awful, so I ended up coming home early. It's just gone like 3 o'clock and I still don't feel the greatest. I don't really know why. I don't know what it is that is making me feel like this, but yeah, I just feel awful. So that's fun, loving that for me, and also sitting at this weird angle because I have a fledge. And I have a hot water bottle behind my back right now, so yes. But I do have, I can't sit like this is craning my neck. I do actually have quite a bit to tell you about because I've finished 4 books, I think. I don't remember. Did I finish that one before? I think maybe 3. And then I've just left one here. Anyway, so I think I talked about last time reading The Holy Renee, Kingdom of Stars and Shadows. I finished that off, really enjoyed it. We'll definitely be buying the series for Babe, and we'll talk more about that when I think I'll talk more about this when I have the physical copy and the rest of the series, but it was good fun smutty times and I enjoyed it. So there was that. And then I also finally finished off Sabrina and Corinna by Carly Ferrajo and Steen. I started this one towards the start of Feb. It's short stories, so I was just reading them here and there, and I finished this one off the other day. I don't even know what days are right now. It's been a weird week in terms of my schedule. It's just real different and it's completely thrown me off. Really enjoyed it. There were definitely a few stories in here that I really liked, and as per usual with short story collections, there were some ones that I just didn't gel with, and but I was impressed. I was really impressed. I don't know, I had this feeling going into this that I was really gonna like Faraja and Steen's writing, and I do, so that's good. That's always nice. I do have an audiobook of her newest book, which I believe is a novel, so maybe I'll listen to that at some point over the next few months. We'll see, but really enjoyed this one. And then last night I finally finished off Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute by Talia Hibbert. I say finally. I know I hadn't talked about this one in my last one, but this took me about 4 days to read, and it's a small contemporary YA, so I just felt like I was reading it forever, even though I really wasn't. I thought this was cute. I enjoyed it. Big fan of Talia Hibbert, still a big fan, but this had the usual good stuff from her. It had the banter, the family relationships, and all that. But I'm not gonna lie, I miss the smut. I really do. And also just like kind of interesting. I'm not sure whether I care about contemporary YA anymore, so this was kind of interesting to read and think about. I might be doing a video on that. I haven't really decided. So let me know if you're interested in that, but it was cute. I had fun reading it, and yeah, it took a few days. So with that, I have made my goal of reading 15 books for the month. No, I needed to read 14 for this month because I read 16 in Jan. But I want to tonight finish off Well Rider, which is our buddy read for Last Read Book Club. This is happening over the weekend. When I say this, I mean the live show discussing the book. So I started this last night, 35 pages in. This is a reread for me. I read it last year, or the year before. I think it was last year, and maybe it was, I think it was 2021. I think so. Anyway, I absolutely loved it. Read it on Lana's recommendation, and I'm very much looking forward to discussing this and watching the movie with everyone. And yeah, this is 167 pages in total. It's got reasonably small writing, but there's also some blank pages and chapters, headings and things, so probably about 150 all up. And yeah, I'm looking forward to rereading it, and we'll hopefully finish that tonight. And I have also been spending some time reading something on my Kindle, which you will see later. But yeah, so the plan is to finish Well Reader tonight. And what did I just say? The plan is to finish Whale Rider tonight, and then I'm gonna see how I feel. I do have tomorrow off work as well, so I'm gonna take it pretty easy. So if I finish this, I don't know, I feel like I might spend tonight rewatching Shadow and Bone. I've been restarted watching, I can't talk. I have started rewatching the first season in preparation for season 2 coming out. And originally I was kind of like, well, I'll spread it between like now and like when it comes out in mid-March. And then I remembered that Daisy Jones comes out I think it's on Friday. And I do not have that much time to watch TV, so I probably won't be able to watch both. So I think I'm gonna, try and watch some more of that before I probably end up starting Daisy Jones on Monday. I know that it's not the whole season of Daisy Jones isn't coming out at once, but I just do not have the time to watch that much TV. And especially there are some very exciting things happening in the I really can't talk. The second week of March. Very, very exciting things. And I'll talk all about that in my March vlog. That's the end of today's though, for this month. And I think I'm going to be sitting here for a while because Fletchy is in healing mode. He's fine, but he's just, whenever I feel sick or if I'm having a particularly bad mental health day, he knows. I mean, Percy also knows, but Percy doesn't give a shit. But Fletchy is like, I'm going to come and sit on you and I'm going to purr until you feel better. So I really appreciate you. Hey, can anyone say favorite child? Hey? But yes, I'm gonna sit here and we're gonna read this and probably cry. Amazing. I'm both ready and not ready for that. But I'll catch you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.